Okay, I'm inside Deadhorse Cave, specifically the Masochist Maze part. I'm not doing much of this cave today. Long story short, I wasn't really prepared to do it. Yeah, sort of got here by chance. Long story. Anyway. So yeah, I'm in basically the entrance tube to Masochist Maze. Notice how the floor is flat until there's a bump and it's flat again. I'll show you when I get closer. But notice I'm at a little part where there's sort of a turn off, way too small to explore. And then back there is the way I came up. That's the way out. Alright, so let's go forward. I'm not going to go much farther forward, actually. Yeah, I just didn't really prepare to do this kind of cave today. I was going to do a different cave, but I got sidetracked. Long story. Anyway, so let me see if I can go forward without getting myself hurt or stuck. So notice how it's smooth on the right, smooth on the left. It's a little taller on the left. Kind of cool. This is actually an important intersection here. This is like the first, once you enter Masochist Maze, this is like the first major intersection. But the thing is, when you're coming out, this one's kind of confusing because the wrong way to get out is bigger than the right way to get out. So you can't just follow the main tube, the biggest tube. You gotta look for a turn off. Let me get up here closer and I'll show you if I'm feeling ambitious. Okay, so you can see here how the tube I'm in, it kind of curves to the right. I think that's a dead end, I'm not even sure. But anyway, look at this. To the left, you see how it looks tight? That's just because the ceiling is low. Once you go over there past where the ceiling hangs low, it's actually bigger. It's wider and taller. That's the way to Masochist Maze. But here's the funny part. If you keep following that, it doesn't look like a dead end. It does keep going a long ways. I was thinking of doing that today, but I decided I don't have the stamina to do that right now. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to head back the way I came and call it good. So at least this way I can show you that, yep, Deadhorse Cave is still here. So I'm going to find a way to turn around, hopefully without getting myself stuck. Actually, oh, this is funny. I don't really have a way to turn around. I don't want to go backwards out the whole stupid cave. Alright, here we go. Yeah, see? Here, cave's nice and wide. So I got room to turn around. Up there was narrower, so I didn't have room to turn around. Yeah, see, if you're a beginning caver, if you came to an intersection like this, you better look very carefully at the map. Because, well, like I said, that's the way out, straight through there. But it looks like there's turn-offs to the left, but, well, these are all too small, so I guess you probably wouldn't get yourself lost here. But still, it's better to know what you're doing. Oh man, I'm hungry too. I didn't bring a big lunch. Well, kind of. I got some food in my car, but it'd be better if I leave. But yeah, same thing here to the left. You can see it almost looks like a turnoff, but it doesn't go back very far. It's just sort of a little nook, too small. But yeah, this is definitely the way out. Oops. Got the strap on my backpack. It's got my knee on it. You need to be more careful. Oops. See, I wanted to lift my camera up so you can see the whole width of the cave, but see, I got my light below the camera. I don't really have another way to switch that around. There isn't room on the gimbal for both the camera and the light. So I have the camera on the gimbal and the light underneath. That means they're like 6 inches apart. So for sometimes like this, I get pretty harsh shadows. I'm probably downhill, but it's not too steep. Notice how wide this part of the cave is. There's the obvious trench through the middle, but there's also room to the sides. This is the part that I said was basically a 5-way intersection. There's the main, relatively main tube here I'm in. Let me sit up so I can look around. Yeah, so look at that. I could go over there, 3-way. I'm not gonna bother today. And then look how wide it is out here. If you had to sleep in here, this is a good place to lie down and take a nap. Notice how the main tube over here, the floor zigzags, shaped like a big S. And the floor, if it was straight, it would be kind of arch-shaped, but it's not even straight, it's like an S-shaped arch or something. It's kind of crazy. Notice there's the rock pile somebody put. Not sure what their point is. But this is the part where you can't turn right. It's a dead end to the right. So to the left is the way out. I guess that's supposed to mark the turn off. I don't know. Yeah, see, look at this. It's completely closed off. Maybe a mouse or a bat could get through there, but not a human. Man, look at the walls, how it's so many gas bubbles. It's like styrofoam made of rock or something crazy. But look at here, this is what I was showing on the way in, how the ceiling's not really arch-shaped. It sags down twice, so it shapes like a big W almost. The ceiling's tallest in the middle, and the floor is lowest on the right. I think on the way out, I went to the right, but you see how it's narrow there? If you're not careful, you get yourself stuck right there. So I think I'll go out through the middle this time, just to do a change of pace. Wouldn't want to get complacent. Yeah, it's downhill, but I'll go ahead and go head first. It's not that steep. Sitting up here. So look at this. I'm almost out of Masochist Maze, but you see there's 2 holes to the left that eventually get too small for people. The one on the right, it looks too small for people, but if you lie down, it's definitely doable for most adults and some children, or no, pretty much all children. Yeah. Darn it, I hit my knuckle on the ceiling. I'm not wearing gloves because, well, I just don't feel like it. It gets too warm and sweaty if I wear gloves. It's cool in here, but it's not cold. Definitely above freezing. There we go. I was on my hands and knees, but the ceiling got too low, so now I'm on my belly. Hence the special effects. Yeah. Anyone who thinks they can do it better, go right ahead. There's no sign for this cave though, so good luck finding it. See, you could keep crawling through there, but this is the part where the cave opens up bigger. I've just joined this tube, small tube, with a much larger tube. So I'm gonna stand up, walk through the bigger tube. Oops. See if I can get up here. I'm still close to the wall. The ceiling slopes, so I'm still not at the point where the ceiling's tall yet. That's the thing in houses and artificial tunnels. The walls usually go straight up, so there isn't really a hazard of hitting your head on the ceiling. All right. Now I'm back in the bigger passage. Not really the main passage, but anyway. So like I said, I could go down that way. Or I could go down this way. Either one will take me about the same place. Just depends on how much crawling you want to do. Gotta be sure I don't step on a loose rock. Trigger an avalanche. Even if I'm by myself, so there's nobody else to hurt here. We don't want to damage the cave. It's a nice cave. Notice there's some holes on the ceiling over there. The one on the left is too small to explore, but the one up there, you think you can get in there. But a short dead end. Alright, so question is, how do you propose I get down? Well, there's multiple ways down. If you don't mind dropping a couple feet, getting down is easier than getting up. Just remember, if you need to get back up, make sure you think of that before you get down. Don't get down and then try to figure a way back up. That could be bad. Oh man. Oh god. Check out. There's natural light. There's the lower entrance. So, looks like I'm going to make it out. Alrighty then. There's the two signs. One that says don't spread white nose syndrome. One that says the Cascade Grotto is here. That's the caving club based in Seattle, Washington. Haven't been there, haven't done that. Actually, I think I know a couple of their members. Boy, it sure stinks up here. Oh boy. Let's see. Grab my backpack. It's too small for me to wear my backpack through here, but I can't go through a cave like this without spare flashlights. So, yeah, that would be quite a pity. Maybe I went through with at least 6 people, and all the other people had plenty of flashlights. Yeah. That's a weird looking rock in front of me. It's like rough on top or no, rough on the side, smooth on top. Alright then. Alright, well, there's a very small part of the lower end of Deadhorse Cave.